gonna shoot you. Get down, get down. Drop it, drop it. Drop it, gun. Drop the gun. Drop the gun. Drop.
That was new body cam footage out of Las Vegas showing the battle our officers face on the streets every day. Las Vegas officers were pursuing a female suspect after she robbed the store and drove off in a stolen vehicle. When they tried to apprehend her, she pointed her gun right at them. A lot of times, our police go into situations knowing they may not even make it back home to their families. Like in Phoenix, Arizona, when police confronted an alleged U-Haul thief, he pointed his gun right at the cops, forcing them to fatally shoot him. Watch.
Put the gun down. Drop the gun. Drop it. Drop it. You gotta drop it.
Law enforcement officials are always having to make those split-second decisions to protect the innocent. Over in California, after a criminal assaulted his girlfriend, he took their 5-year-old son hostage. He then set fire to his apartment while holding a massive kitchen knife in an attempt to kill his son and himself. And officers tried to negotiate with him, but in the end, had to take him down to save the kid. Watch.
Let you keep him out. Let you keep him out. No. You don't want to see this. Let you keep him out. No, I do. No.
Come talk to me.
I just see, bro. Around that being life.
What are you gonna do then?
I'm gonna kill me and my kid, honestly.
Don't do that.
I'd rather you shoot me right now, dude.
I don't want to do that, man.
I want you to do that, bro.
I don't, man.
I don't want to go to prison, though. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna go to prison. That's what I want your money.
Nobody.
Society is always focusing on victims, and if it's not the victims, they're focusing on the assailants. But what often goes missing is this. What are the officers feeling? How are they processing these interactions? How do they approach the job? How much stress do they take home with them, and what motivates them? Well, there's a new book out that answers these questions. Walk the Blue Line is a collection of real-life stories told by law enforcement professionals in their own words. Warrant officers, SWAT team members, homicide detectives, recounting some of the most critical moments of their careers in gripping detail and the emotions that come with it. This is a peek inside the hearts and minds of American police. James Patterson is the author of Walk the Blue Line. So, James, what did you learn that you hadn't known before after writing this book?
You know, so much. I've been writing about law enforcement for 30 years. I thought I knew a lot. I didn't know anything. We had 7,000 pages of interviews, turned it into this 260, 70 pages, whatever. And it'll be true of readers. I wish everybody in Congress could read this because you'd learn so much. You understand something. You thought you understood it, but you didn't.
It's the humanity.
How dangerous
from
it is.
the humanity, the danger, the risk that goes into every interaction that these guys face, and the calculations that they're making in real time, and also the things they're learning from the people that they're protecting.
You know, you mentioned humanity. I've been criticized a little bit for humanizing the police. How crazy is that? And I think all of these situations, if you think about Memphis or Louisville, or there's two sides to these things. You know, yes, and sometimes there's a tragedy. I did a ride along, and the police chief in that county, they had 1 million calls for help that year.
Wow.
This was last year. And the volume is just unbelievable. And every time you go into somebody's door, you're stopping a car, you don't know what's going to happen. You could get shot at. It's just such a difficult job. And this is another thing. We've gotten to with soldiers now where we're going. Thank you for your service. We have to do the same thing with the police. Thank you for your service.
And they say that's one of the only things that really, really makes them feel great. I mean, that when you go up to an officer and you say thank you, that connection and just that comment really hits home for them. One of the things I also took away from this, and this is just a great page turner, and I recommend everybody read it, especially Congress, if they read anything, that we don't need robots wearing the badge. We need human beings.
Right. Yeah. And we just need to balance the picture. We need to balance it. There are problems with the police sometimes, there are problems in the neighborhoods, and people need to talk to each other. They need to understand. And that's what the book does, hopefully. It gets people to understand. All
right. And the reason James wrote this book is so he never gets another speeding ticket. And we're on to you, James.
Well, that could work. I don't know. We'll see. I keep it in my car. If it's under 10 miles an hour under the speed limit, I have a chance. Or over the speed limit.
License and registration. Oh, it's under this book here. What do you know? All right, James Patterson, Walk the Blue Line. Everybody read this.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.